Imagine wearing, like, a thick, heavy winter quilt into a 90-degree sauna,
Oh, wow.
right? Just, zipping it up, stepping into the steam, and just pretending you're perfectly comfortable.
Sounds miserable.
It does, but, I mean, for decades, that is essentially what we've done every single summer when we instinctively squeeze into our traditional denim shorts.
Yeah, it's so true.
We just sort of accept the stifling heat, the rigidity,
Mhm.
the heavy hardware digging into our waists, and all because denim is supposed to be like the undisputed bedrock of the summer wardrobe.
I mean, it's the ultimate example of collective fashion amnesia, isn't it?
Oh, totally.
Every winter, we romanticize this idea of cutoff jeans, and then July rolls around, the humidity spikes, and we suddenly remember that denim was literally engineered in the 19th century as heavy-duty workwear for miners.
Right. Not exactly beach attire.
No, exactly. It was never designed to be breathable.
And stepping outside today, I mean, let's
Yeah.
acknowledge it is Thursday, July 9th, 2026. We are dead in the middle of a blazing hot summer.
You really are.
And that reliable stack of denim is suddenly looking incredibly obsolete
Mm.
because we're currently watching a massive real-time paradigm shift in how we build our wardrobes.
Yeah.
The reigning champion is just being dethroned by something much smarter.
We're seeing a complete rejection of the idea that looking put together requires physical suffering. I mean, that era is just over.
Which brings us to the mission for today's deep dives.
Yeah.
So welcome back to all of you listening, our resident learners.
Okay, let's unpack this because today we are looking at some really fascinating internal data, insights, and strategy from the modern fashion brand Apparelizer.
Specifically, their document titled Why Satin?
Yes, why satin.docs. It's this intriguing manifesto, really. And we are going to unpack the mechanics behind exactly why the legendary decades-old denim short is being aggressively replaced by a highly specific newcomer.
The satin-trimmed Bermuda short.
Exactly. So whether you're, ruthlessly editing your closet down to a capsule wardrobe, or maybe you're packing for a high-end vacation.
Or you just love understanding the psychology behind massive retail shifts. Right. We're going to dissect the anatomy of this takeover and give you those aha moments without, all the information overload.
Because a shift of this magnitude, it's never just about a new fabric. I mean, fashion is never just about the clothes.
No, it's not.
When millions of people suddenly change their daily uniform, it's a sociological indicator. It reflects how we want to live and work right now. The clothes we actively choose to buy are, they're solving very specific, immediate problems in our daily lives.
So to really understand the rise of the satin-trimmed Bermuda, we kind of have to perform an autopsy on traditional denim.
Right. Why is it failing the modern consumer?
Yeah. And the most glaringly obvious reason, as we touched on, is just the sheer physics of the garment in modern summer heat, like wearing that winter quilt in a sauna.
Well, what's fascinating here is if we look at the actual textile mechanics, traditional denim is a tightly woven, warp-faced twill.
Oh, okay.
So it's inherently designed to block elements and retain its structure, which consequently traps body heat and moisture against the skin.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. But when you contrast that with the fabrics driving the new Bermuda short trend, specifically linen, cotton blends, and lightweight stretch twills, you're looking at entirely different thermal properties.
Because they breathe better.
Exactly. Linen, for instance, has a lower thread count and a looser weave. It actively promotes air circulation and wicks moisture away from the body. Consumers are just no longer willing to sacrifice physical comfort for traditional aesthetics.
I mean, it's literally the difference between wrapping yourself in thick canvas versus wrapping yourself in a cooling sheet.
Right.
But, it feels like there's more going on here than just temperature control. Because we've had linen shorts for decades.
You have, yeah.
But they often looked a bit messy or, strictly meant for the beach. The Apparelizer insights point to a major psychological shift away from that hyper-casual, distressed aesthetic that denim usually provides.
And that is really the core of the aesthetic pivot. Think about what distressed denim actually communicates visually.
The frayed edges, the rips.
Yeah. The faded washes. It speaks a very specific language of rebellion, of being rugged or purposely unkempt. It says, I threw this on and I don't care.
But the data suggests people do care right now.
Yes.
They just don't want to look like they're trying too hard. The new target, according to the source, is effortless elegance.
We're seeing a post-2020 consumer who refuses to give up the immense comfort they grew accustomed to, but who also desperately wants to look polished again.
They want both.
Exactly. Distressed denim feels too chaotic for the current cultural mood. People are craving visual stability. They want a garment that feels like pajamas but looks like $1,000,000.
Which leads us directly to the engineering of this specific garment. Because how does a basic summer short elevate itself to luxury status, right?
It's all in the details.
Let's break down the actual architecture of the satin-trimmed Bermuda short. Because, like you said, it's not just a random piece of fabric. The source material outlines two major structural pillars that make this work.
Soft tailoring and the strategic framing of satin.
Right, so explain soft tailoring to us.
Well, soft tailoring is a brilliant concept. It takes the mathematical precision of traditional suiting. So the darts, the pleats, the deliberate inseam length.
The stuff you'd see on a nice pair of slacks.
Exactly. But it applies them to incredibly forgiving, relaxed fabrics. So you get the visual lines of a structured garment without the physical restriction.
Wow. Let's talk about those spatial relations, specifically the length. Because the mandate for this trend in the Apparelizer doc is that the short must end just above the knee.
Right, a strict fit parameter.
It's a longer silhouette, and there's a hard rule.
Yeah.
You have to avoid overly tight styles. The relaxed fit is mandatory. So if I'm understanding the geometry here, by ending just above the knee, the short is mimicking the lines of a tailored trouser. It's essentially tricking the eye.
That is the exact mechanism. It leverages the visual vocabulary of office wear.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. A tight short instantly reads as casual or athletic wear. It clings to the leg, it rides up, and it breaks the visual line. But a relaxed fit that ends just above the knee, it acts like an architectural column. It allows that lightweight cotton or linen blend to drape cleanly, separate from the body. That negative space between the leg and the fabric is what our brains perceive as, elegant drape.
So if the drape and the tailoring are doing all the heavy lifting, why add the satin at all? I mean, let me play devil's advocate for you listening at home. Maybe you're out walking your dog right now and wondering, isn't satin inherently a bit fussy or delicate for a daytime summer walk?
That is a totally valid concern.
Like if I'm investing in a summer staple, I want to be able to sit on a rough wooden park bench or, spill a drop of iced coffee without ruining a delicate silk garment.
And that gets to the genius of the juxtaposition here. You aren't actually sitting on satin.
Oh.
The body of the short, the seat, the thighs is constructed from those highly durable, breathable twills and linens. The satin is used strictly as an accent. It's placed along the hemline, perhaps trimming the pockets or lining the waistband.
So it's acting as a frame.
Precisely. Think of it like crown molding in a room.
Okay.
You don't build the entire house out of decorative molding, but adding it to the edges instantly elevates the perceived value of the space.
That's a great analogy.
Thanks. The satin trim provides a sudden shift in texture. The contrast between the matte, utilitarian linen and the high-shine, premium satin tells the observer that this garment was highly considered. It's practical wear with a luxury finish.
It's like the anchor tenet of the outfit. That perfect equilibrium between durability, breathability, and high-end framing leads to what Apparelizer identifies as the trend's ultimate superpower, which is its unprecedented versatility.
Because of its unique anatomy, it can cross boundaries that denim never could.
Denim is incredibly stubborn, isn't it?
So stubborn. A pair of cut-off jeans will drag any outfit down to its casual level, regardless of what you pair it with. You could wear a diamond necklace and the denim shorts still say casual.
Right. But the satin-trimmed Bermuda, however, adapts to its surroundings. Let's actually map this out for the listener. The source details 4 specific styling scenarios.
Let's do it.
Let's look at a hypothetical 15-hour day for a modern consumer. Let's say you, the listener, navigating a chaotic Thursday in 2026.
Okay, scenario 1.
It's 8:00 a.m. You're making a quick coffee run and taking the dog to the park. The baseline styling here is simple. You throw on these shorts with an oversized white t-shirt, your favorite minimal sneakers, some sunglasses, and a crossbody bag.
Perfect. In that environment, the casual weekend look, the shorts function purely as elevated day wear. The breathable fabric keeps you cool on the walk, but that slight flash of satin at the hem prevents the oversized t-shirt from looking sloppy.
It shows deliberate intent.
Exactly.
Okay, fast forward to 1:00 p.m. scenario 2. You have a pitch meeting at a smart casual office. You swap the sneakers for a pair of structured leather loafers, tuck in a crisp white button-up shirt, add a little belt, a structured handbag, and put on some delicate gold jewelry.
A completely different vibe.
Now, I have to challenge this. Can we really wear shorts to a business meeting in 2026 without looking like we got lost on the way to the beach?
Well, if we connect this to the bigger picture, if you attempted that with denim, absolutely. The cognitive dissonance would be jarring.
Yeah, true.
A frayed denim short paired with a professional loafer and a button-up looks confused. It's like the top half of the body is fighting the bottom half.
Right.
But with the satin-trimmed Bermuda, you achieve cognitive harmony.
Because of the soft tailoring we discussed earlier.
Exactly. Because the longer, tailored silhouette mimics a tailored trouser, and because the muted linen and satin trim inherently feel luxurious, the garment aligns perfectly with the formality of the loafers and the crisp shirt.
The shorts rise to the occasion.
They do. They act as a bridge between the intense heat outside and the professional expectations inside.
That makes total sense. The eye sees the tailoring, not the exposed calf.
Right.
Okay, scenario 3. Let's say it's later that afternoon and you're getting vacation ready. You're heading out for a stroll by the water.
The vacation look.
Yeah, the source says you pair them with a linen tank top, a straw hat, flat sandals, and an oversized tote bag.
And it works flawlessly there, too. The breathability is key for vacation, but the tailoring keeps you looking chic, not messy.
Okay, so the workday and the afternoon stroll end. It's 7:30 p.m., scenario 4. The sun is starting to set, and you're heading straight to a nice evening dinner date.
Evening chic.
Right. You ditch the button-up and loafers. You throw on a silk camisole, a sharp blazer, high heels, and statement earrings.
And this is the moment the garment's architecture truly activates.
How so?
During the glaring light of midday, the satin trim was just a subtle textural detail. But as you transition into the lower ambient lighting of an evening restaurant, the physics of the fabric actually change.
Oh, the light reflection.
Yes, the matte twill of the shorts fades into the background, but the satin trim catches the candlelight and the ambient room lighting.
Oh, wow.
It reflects it back, creating a visual pop that harmonizes beautifully with the silk of the camisole and the structure of the blazer. It completely transforms into evening wear.
So it's one single pair of shorts taking you from a morning dog walk into a corporate boardroom, out to the beach, and to a candlelit dinner.
Without a single moment of physical discomfort or aesthetic awkwardness.
Which brings us to the deeper, almost economic philosophy driving this trend in Section 4 of the document. We're looking at a fundamental shift in how people assign value to their clothing.
Yeah, consumers are calculating the return on investment much more ruthlessly than they did a decade ago.
Because they're tired of fast fashion.
Exactly. The tolerance for buying a hyper-trendy, single-use garment has just plummeted.
The Apparelizer insights frame this perfectly around their color strategy for 2026. The dominant trending colors for these shorts are hyper-specific, low chroma hues.
The neutrals.
Right. We're talking about classic black, deep navy, ivory, olive green, sand, soft taupe, and chocolate brown. Plus 2 muted pastels, dusty rose, and sage green. Now, a cynic might look at that palette and say, well, that's just a boring list of basic colors.
But strategically, those low chroma colors are the exact mechanism that unlocks the capsule wardrobe.
How so?
Well, high chroma colors like, say, neon pink or safety orange, they exhaust the eye quickly. They're highly memorable.
Oh, I see. Which means if you wear them twice in one week, everyone notices.
Exactly. They trigger that fast fashion heuristic in our brains. You become the person who wears the neon shorts.
Right, right.
But low chroma neutrals and earth tones act as a blank canvas. They allow the eye to perceive